Hello everyone, and today we're back into another top 5. And today we're going to be talking about the top 5 RNG Loomians in all of Loomian Legacy. So these are Loomians that either have abilities that recommend with RNG, moves that can miss, and also just other stuff that requires RNG. So yeah, with that being said, let's head right onto this top 5. So number 5 onto this list is actually going to be Icygoal. And the reason why Icygoal is on the list is because of its ability, Party and Gift. If you look at its stats and its moves, it doesn't have any moves with a chance to miss. It does have rally moves. It has chomp moves as rally moves, but it's mainly Party and Gift. This basically rolls a dice on how much damage it will do. So when Icygoal gets taken out, it will do a random amount of damage. It could do up to 50% of a maximum Loomian's health, or it could do little, but that's the RNG factor. As you can see, it does 50% of the Tatub's health, but it also has the chance of not doing that much. It has the chance of doing either 20 health, 40 health, and that's the RNG part of Icygoal, and that's why Icygoal is in the top 5. I was thinking about using Cinemars with Hasty under the list, but the reason why I didn't put it is because people do run talent trade nowadays, so I put it Icygoal on the list. But yeah, Party and Gift makes Icygoal the number 5 RNG Based Loomian, all in Loomian Legacy. And it makes sense, because if there is an ability that has a random dice of doing damage, definitely allows it to be on the list. So yeah, number 4 onto this list is actually going to be Munchwheel. Now, this is basically Specialization Munchwheel, because the wrap-up one has RNG with Steel Crusher, but if you only have Steel Crusher and Specialization, that 90% accuracy gives you a 10% chance of missing. And on top of that, it gives you a 10% chance of actually giving you a +1 boost. That's the RNG. You either will miss with that 10%, or you will gain a +1 with that 10%. If you miss your attack, you do no damage at all. If you can get the 10% with the +1, then you nuke pretty much anyone's team, unless they have a Serenite or Hunders, but other than that, you sweep their entire team with it. And that's why Munchwheel is even on this list at all. It's the Steel Crusher, the move itself. And also, the Rev-Up one does not get sharpened, so Munchwheel does not get sharpened, unlike Samarine, and that's why Munchwheel is considered more RNG based, at least compared to Samarine and other Steel Crusher users that have sharpened. So yeah, Munchwheel being number 4 on this list, and it makes a whole ton of sense. Number 3 onto this list is actually going to be Hunder. Now, Hunder has RNG everywhere. It's a Loomian with 116 speed, has all the chomping moves, which all of them other than Mega Chomp have a 5% chance of missing, but they also have the chance to flinch. They have a 20% chance to flinch, and oh my gosh, you can flinch a Loomian. Since you have 116 speed, you are usually going to be faster. And if you get a flinch on something, it can mess them up, and you can sweep with Hunder. This was against a supposed check. Wrestling. Flinched him, and Wrestling is now out of there. But if you don't get the flinch, your Hunder is pretty much dead, because it is very frail. And also, but the other chomp moves having a 5% chance of missing, while also having the chance to cost status, yeah, Hunder is definitely deserved to be in the top 3 in terms of RNG Loomians. So yeah, Hunder in the number 3 slot. And here it is again. I mean, there's it protecting the Borak. It's a pretty good RNG Loomian just because of that coverage. Since it has amazing coverage, it could predict a lot of swaps with Hunder. It could be a Loomian played very well, but it definitely does have some RNG allowed in it. So yeah, number 2 onto this list is actually going to be Nevermare. And Nevermare has amazing stats, but with its moves and its abilities, makes it an RNG. Razor Sharp has a chance to increase critical hit chance, while Thistle Slash, Primal Slash, and Phantom Slash also increase crit chance. So much so that it gives you a 50% chance to crit on any attack. Yes, it's basically a coin flip. If you get the 50% crit, you do a whole ton of damage. If you don't get the 50% crit, you do good damage, but not as good as like other Loomians like Vesperatu. That's the RNG factor. It's the 50% chance of critting. That's the RNG factor of Nevermare. If you don't get that crit, you don't do enough damage. If you do get the crit, it saves you out of a desperate situation. And that's why Nevermare is in the number 2 slot in case of RNG. Even though it doesn't have a move that has a chance of missing, the 50% crit chance really adds up in the end. And that's why Nevermare is even in the top 3 and so long number 2. But we all know who number 1 is. We all know who the number 1 Loomian is. So, yeah, it's basically who the list was created for. So let's get to him right now. The number 1 most RNG-based Loomian is Kirilen. And I don't think anyone is shocked that Kirilen is on this list. It's a Loomian with 137 attack, but it has hasty, making every move a chance to miss. Yes, Kirilen can miss, but it also has untouched potential and can easily sweep teams. But the first time I used it, I want you to guess what happened the first time I used it. He swaps into his Nevermare, and then look at this. It is a miss. You just love to see it. I even have one of these clips where Kirilen misses 3 times in a row. Three times in a row. That is absurd. Despite that, though, despite Kirilen's missing a lot, it also has untouched potential that it can easily sweep a team. And that's why Kirilen is the most RNG-based Loomian of all time. And on top of that, Adaptive Assault can give you a +1, making you hit even harder. And that's why Kirilen is the number 1 most RNG Loomian in all of Loomian Legacy. And it makes a lot of sense, because if it can miss, it does no damage, and if it can hit, it can sweep. So yeah, and here it is, Kirilen, the most RNG-based Loomian in all of Loomian Legacy. You gave me a lot of great moments, but you also gave me a lot of moments of pain, and you definitely deserve to be the number 1 most RNG-based Loomian. I hope you guys enjoyed this top 5. It's definitely a very weird one to make, but yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you all later. Bye-bye!